Hi, hello. So, going to take a wee look at a few podcasts here to have a look at developing out the actual part models for the wheel assembly you can see on screen here at the moment. Just filtering back through the PDF here. We'll start off modeling up the base plate here, followed by the bracket, followed by the axle, the wheel, and then finally building the assembly. Just a reminder to also watch the series of podcasts Producing Engineering Drawings, which will show you how we will then take these part models and actually produce the drawings that you're seeing here on the podcast, or on the PDF, I should say. Okay, so let's get underway. We're going to start with this. If you're going to do this along, the PDF for this is available on Canvas. You might want to have that on another screen. I'm going to drag this off to my other monitor here now, and we'll make a wee start. So looking at that component, I'm seeing a little bit of symmetry going on here, and I'm also looking for the best sketch that's going to capture most of the object nice and quickly. So I'm going to select the front plane here, and I'm going to start by popping in a little center line. Just something like so, except on that. And then I'll pick up a line here, and let's see, where do I want my origin? Probably down the bottom. So I'm going to come across, starting on here. It's 48 wide, so I'm looking for about half that, just sketching roughly the size. So let's make a wee start. So that's coming down a little bit. Coming along, overall length 136, so that looks appropriate. Height up here is about 8 mil, or give or take, so we'll do that. Comes across not quite as far as the first drawing before rising up a little bit. I'm back over, making it coincident with the center line. If I pop in a few dimensions here, I think I'll start with the overall length of the object. And you'll notice I'm dimensioning to that center line, which gives me the option to either present the dimension like so, or if I simply push my mouse out to the left here, I can display the overall length, which I think I will prefer, as this can be used when I produce drawings later on to capture the information the way I would want it. Okay, carrying on with the process then, zoom in here a little bit, and we'll grab up. Actually, no, just going by the PDF, I'm going to go from the bottom line here up to the top. Sorry, something's gone mad here. Let's try it again. Bottom line up to the top, and we'll establish that back off here a little bit because we've got to fit a smaller one in. So that's going to be my height of 12, and then from here to the top of the component, I'll just pop that up there, and I'll pop that in as 4 mil. And then we have the distance from here to the center line. And again, if I just zoom out, I can push the cursor to the left to get the dimension shown as if we had both halves of this already modeled. Okay, so let's see where we're at. We've got a few dimensions in there. Oh, we need to capture also the height here. So I need to capture, oops, try to avoid the midpoint there. Where might be a good place to pop that? Let's pop it there for a wee second. Pop 4 on. I can always then give myself a little bit of room by dragging these down so I can more easily see these dimensions. I'm just looking at the style of my dimensioning. It looks like an open arrowhead and so on. So I think I'm going to also go up to options here. Just lets you see how you might change the style the way that you might want the standard to depict. I'm going to go to document properties, and I can see my drafting standard is set to BSI. I'm going to set mine to ANSI. I'm going to say OK. Right, that's a little, I think, better looking on the eye there. Okay, I've still got a line here, and we know the height of that is 4. So, yes, it's the other dimension that's missing, which is from here to the center line, which is giving us 60. I'm going to green tick on that. I think at that point as well, just to deal with that center line, I'm just going to drag it down and make it coincident with the top of the component. So here I have a fully defined sketch, and I've got my center line, which means that I can drag a window over everything, and simply click Mirror Entities, and it will instantly mirror the already fully defined lines to give me a fully defined drawing. Please refrain from mirroring the object until you have fully defined the sketch up to that point. Okay. So this is my chosen initial sketch, and you'll see when I go to features here and I extrude this, I'm going to choose a mid-plane extrusion again to keep some symmetry with the object, having 4 holes drilled in each corner, for instance. And I'll do that to 78mm and do the mid-plane extrusion. So you can see by choosing that particular sketch on the front plane there, I've created by far the majority of this actual component very quickly. I'll then go with the fillet command here, and I want to add a radius 12 fillet on the corners here, and I should be able to see through. There we go. Pick that edge now, and this edge here, and I can add in my fillets like so. I can then select the surface because I want to go to the hole wizard, and it's always important for where we're at to select that surface to begin with. And go for the spacebar. I'm going to take a plan view on this here, and we want 4 diameter 10 holes that go through all. So that's going to be our hole feature on the wizard. We're working in metric. We need drill sizes, and we're looking for diameter 10. There we go, there it is there. The end condition, the drawing does say through all. If it was halfway through a blind condition, we would change that to blind, and there are other options in there as well. But for us, it's through all. There's no indication of a countersink, so sometimes you might find a tick in the box in the near or far side, so just ensure that that's not selected. And that is everything. There's no particular tight tolerances or anything to be applied. So simply, next job, positions. So when we go to Positions tab, the cursor is in the form of a pencil. And as I come onto the object here, you can see it looks like it wants to create that hole. So position-wise, from the drawing here, it is concentric with the arcs on the corner. So if I hover over that arc without clicking on it, it'll wake up this center point, and I can click in position. So you can see no center point, but if I hover, there it is, click on it, hover, click on it, hover, click on it. I can now green tick, and I have got my base plate created like so. Let me just quick check here. Okay, the drawing says it's made from malleable cast iron. So I will come over to my material, I will right click, and then left click edit material. Malleable cast iron. So let's have a look here. What have we got? We've got some materials down here. So plain plastic, galvanized steel. Oh, here we go. Here's iron here. There we go. Malleable cast iron. Okay. We'll apply and close. Material is now applied. And I probably should have done this already, but it's always important to save regularly. Mind you, worst case scenario, I've only been into this a little over 8 minutes, so I'd be 8 minutes work lost. But do try to save your work every 5, 6, 8 minutes, and it'll minimise any problems. Also, when saving, this is part of a project, so really what I want to do here now is establish where I want to put this. So I'm going to go, I think I'll pop it onto my desktop as a training one, and I'm going to right click in this area, I'm going to go for new folder, and I'm going to call this my shaft support for podcast. I'm going to create that folder, and then if I go, double click inside that folder, I can give this part its name, which was base plate. Okay, so we'll go ahead and save that up now. So we'll draw this podcast number 1 to a close. Please join me in part 2, and we will move on and have a look at our next component, which is the bracket here. Thank you.